ISO to the NDs, yeah. Open up the door, watch all the G's forward. Smoke clouds follow while we hit another quarter. 50s in a carry-on, feel like a transporter. It's a privilege to know me, that's 100 on my broski. 1-2 punch, damn this thing hitting.
You know, I've never seen a more expensive piece of crap. The first season hasn't even come out yet, and if the like to dislike ratio on the previews is anything to go by, then it's already got more wrinkles than Gordon Ramsay's forehead.
That's not right. No, it's not a good job. Don't start wetting your knickers now. It's not a good job. You can see all the individual grains. There's not enough butter in there. Needs more stock.
Refiring?
No, not refiring. Finish it!
You know, it really is amazing to see something worth almost $500 million look so cheap. But it's not exactly the bland fantasy green screens or fake chainmail armor that people have the biggest issues with. I said in my first Why It Will Suck video that this show will fail because it won't have the heart of the original trilogy, which is a gay way of saying that, unlike Peter Jackson's goal to remain faithful to the source material, Amazon was going to deviate as far from Tolkien's work as much as possible to push retarded PC politics in place of the story and the lore. Based off of all I've seen since then, yeah, I stand by what I said. This show's gonna suck. In the latest trailer, we see Galadriel cleaning up the battlefield the way every woman should. Eminem going through mid-transition. What happens when you lose a fight with a bag of Cheeto Puffs? Don Lemon as an elf, a cauliflower tree, and blue balls. The best part was that last scene when we see a progressive Balrog told she can't get an abortion. And from the few lines of dialogue we've heard, I'm sure this will blow out the early seasons of Game of Thrones by a mile.
It is over.
You have not seen what I've seen.
I have seen my share.
You have not seen what I have seen.
Oh, it's funny, is it?
Wow. I mean, that's what they came up with? It's no wonder scrolling the comments on these trailers, you see line after line of Tolkien's quote on how evil corrupts. Because, well, that's exactly what's going on here. I mean, sure, if you're not really following this stuff, then this might seem like just another show associated with The Lord of the Rings. That might even be worth a watch. But to people that care about this world and its characters, it feels like a giant slap in the face. I mean, imagine immersing yourself in this world and its lore, getting to know these characters, falling in love with these stories, and for many people, leaning on these adventures for encouragement, joy, and escapism to help get you through your daily life, and maybe doing that for years. Then imagine some corporate money-grubbing douchebags taking it, turning it into nothing more than a propaganda bandwagon, and using it to spew out modern-day politics that only serve to divide people. And then when you complain about it, those same douchebags tell you that you're a racist bigot and a toxic fan who should just be silent and accept a new product like a good little consumer.
It's an offer only a madman would refuse. But the idea of kneeling, slaughtering all those men of yours has it's left a nasty cramp in my leg, so kneeling will be hard for me.
Think I'm exaggerating a bit? Well, let's look at some of the content they've put out promoting the series.
What I would love is for everybody to come on the journey where those two worlds collide and where we don't change anything, but we interpret everything.
And it's going to be so amazing. I also want to say representative, because we're getting like more diversity within this series. Like we're seeing that there's an elf, we're seeing that there's female dwarf, and I'm very looking forward to like looking at that.
The fact that you are the first Black woman to be a dwarf in Tolkien, the first woman to be a dwarf in Tolkien. But what do we learn about woman dwarves that we didn't know through your portrayal?
Well, we learned that they exist. Means absolutely everything. It is everything. It is everything for people of colour. It is everything to progress forward in the film and television industries.
We're introduced to the first black elf. We're introduced to the first female dwarf. Now, diversity, especially on screen as an actor, means a lot to me because growing up, I hardly had that. Watching TV and watching a lot of film and stuff, never saw people of my colour. So it's exciting to see that diversity is being explored in The Rings of Power.
noticing and acknowledging the fact that this is the first time that we see a woman and the first time that we see a black woman in this area, this world, and these works of Tolkien. You know, this is necessary. This is a revolutionary moment for cinema to be doing something of this scale and to be positioned, you know, as Princess Disa, as a woman of colour, as a mother. Is exactly what our industry and what this incredible piece of television needs.
And then you have this tweet from Sean Gunner, the chair of the Tolkien Society, saying this show will definitively pass the Bechdel test, which, if you're unfamiliar with, is a set of 3 rules a movie has to have. It has to at least have 2 women in it. These 2 women need to speak to each other, and this conversation has to be something other than a man. The entire test was designed as a tool to call attention to gender inequality in pop culture. This entire dumb idea is at the heart of modern day feminism, which pushes the belief that women can only be important if men are torn down or taken out of the picture entirely. But the truth is that if you want to empower women by writing a strong female character, then just write a good story with a protagonist that just happens to be a woman, and do so without hijacking a beloved work of fiction like The Lord of the Rings. From seeing early scenes of Galadriel riding out to battle, or pics of her manspreading, or watching her show up dudes and how much more smart she is, it's clear that, like most of Hollywood, they have no idea how to write a strong female character, and that's one of the main reasons this show's going to suck, because they've based it entirely around her. Instead of giving us the wise, graceful Galadriel from the Peter Jackson films that accurately portrayed her likeness from the books, they're creating a brand new, snarky, pompous Mary Sue and pasting Galadriel's name on top. And when your entire show revolves around an unlikable character, you know it's going to suck. And from what I've seen, she's not going to be the only one.
Without being rude, gay connotation. Oh, you laugh, it's funny. No? You agree? No. He says you're a beautiful man. You're beautiful.
Yeah, well, yeah, there is no gay connotation to that whatsoever.
I mean, Marvel is smart enough to do the whole sleight of hand bait and switch, promising us something good that we actually want, only to deliver absolute garbage after we've already paid for a ticket. But Amazon? Well, they've been working hard to show us every reason it's going to suck before it's even come out. I mean, what is this? This show's gonna blow harder than Kamala Harris did when she was sleeping her way to the top. And so, if you want to be notified whenever I post a video on the Rings of Power, hit the little bell icon at the bottom of the screen. Also, please like and subscribe. And thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great freaking day.